Welcome back everyone to Paranormal or Reality. If you're new to the channel, my name is Joe. I tell personal individual encounters every Saturday. So today's story is going to be about my mom. Her name is Samantha. So before we get into her story, if it's daytime, I recommend you go to a dark room with a friend or alone if you dare. And if it's night, the mood's set, let's begin. Lights out. So my mom's story begins roughly late 2008, 2009. She recently purchased a home in this new development, and boom, the crash of 2008 happens, the recession. A lot of the houses, the development that she was involved in, bankrupts. My mom was able to get the house, but they stopped building anything around her. So my mom, it was one main street, my mom was on one side. There was another house way on the other side of the street that was in place as well, and there was nothing else. She was surrounded by desert, no one pretty much in sight. So then right away when we moved into the house, there was multiple occurrences that noises would be heard and stuff of that nature. So my mom never heard it, never saw anything with her own eyes during this time. So my mom never saw anything, she just heard. So she just continued to do what she needed to do and just ignore the noises. On this particular night, she had to take out the trash, and garbage pickup was the next day. So she makes her way outside. And as she makes her way outside, she starts to pull out the trash to the curb for it to be picked up the next day. And up to this point, she always felt a weird vibe late at night when she would be outside, either when she forgot to check the mail, when she had to get something out of her vehicle, when she had to take out the garbage. There was always a weird vibe of someone watching you. Like I said before, it was pretty much surrounded by desert at this point. The development came and they knocked off all the brush or the mesquite trees and stuff in that nature, and there was nothing there. The only thing that was curious, on the next street over, there was a cross, a memorial in memory of someone that passed away. Never had a name, never had a plaque. It was just a white cross that was there. And on this night, as my mom's taking out the garbage, she happens to looks across the street. And to her amazement, she sees a dark shadow. And she said the presence overtook her. It was of a dark energy, of just something. She couldn't make out any features. It was just a gentleman standing almost in a raincoat, leather jacket with a hat, and it was just there, right in front of the cross. And my mom was, as you can imagine, speechless, didn't know what to do. She just continued to look and look and look and look till finally she got enough courage just to turn around and walk back into the house. So she just quickly moves out of the way and she quickly runs back into the house and just trying to get away for whatever she just had witnessed. And the most ironic part, she went out there, she said right before she closed the door, she looked back and there was nothing there, nothing at all. She even tried looking to see if you walked, further down the street, and there was nothing, no sign of him. So she runs into the house, and she doesn't say anything. She's almost speechless. She believes in her eyes that maybe she saw something, her eyes were playing tricks on her, whatever it may be. But she just keeps it to herself. Doesn't tell me, doesn't tell my sister or anyone like that. She just keeps it to herself. Until one day, some time had passed, maybe a week or two, my sister comes into into the kitchen and tells her, "You won't believe what I just saw." And my mom says, What are you talking about?" And she was like, "Yeah, you won't believe." My sister's in a panic. "You won't believe what I just saw." And my mom was like, What'd you see?" She's like, "I was driving in. I parked the car in the front of the house, and I'm getting out of my car. I opened my back seat, and I'm getting some bags out that I bought at the store. And then she's like, I found a presence. I felt something staring at me." And my mom was like, my mom just said, What do you?" And my mom's reaction and her, because I was actually there when it was happening. My mom was just like quiet. She was just like, "What?" And my sister described it, and she said she was there. She got a couple bags, and she happened like to feel someone was watching her. She picked up her head, and across the street was the gentleman. And the way my sister tells it, it was a guy. It was a guy with a black coat and a hat, and he was just standing there. I couldn't see any eyes. I couldn't see any. He was just standing there. So my sister sees it. She's like, in a panic, closes the door, runs inside, locks the door, and she does the same exact thing that my mom did. Right before she locks the door, she looks back. Nothing there. And when she told my mom this story, her mouth was open as wide as can be. She was just in shock because my mom had not told anyone that story. And then after my sister confessed to what she saw, my mom said the same thing and confirmed what she saw a week or two prior. And who knows what it was. I asked my mom to this day if she ever saw it again. As time progressed, the area where the cross was at was taken off, and as the economy got better, houses were built in the area, and they were built over the memorial of this cross. And from time to time, my mom says that now there's houses there, so you can't see a cross like you did at one time. But she's never seen them again. Neither has my sister. So who knows who was the man with the leather jacket? Even to this day, no one knows who. My mom still doesn't know who she saw out there. And if it was a lost soul, if he's attached to that memorial, maybe he passed away there, who knows? But I tell you one thing, my mom and my sister will never forget this experience. So that's going to conclude this week's scary story. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you ever had an encounter like this before, leave a comment. Embrace your experience. I'll see you guys next Saturday.